that is within our scoring tab. I don't know how to call it, I'm sorry. But as you can see here, we have a little mark, and that helps us guide us in align with the cuts. And now we're going to go all the way and score at the 6-inch mark. So we move all the way to 6, and we're going to score between those cuts again. And I've mentioned this before, if you're not sure, if you're moving a little bit over that measurement, then just stop. It's much easier to kind of fix it handy than to go all the way. And that's especially meaningful when you're cutting, right? If you cut a long way, then it's harder. Again, friends, welcome and thank you for being here. Please let me know where you from and how are you guys doing. Now, the last score we're going to do is we're going to move our paper same where it's at. Let me see, I'm out of focus there, here at the 5-inch mark, and we're going to score. I'm going to start from here, from this edge to the first cut in here, okay, which would be the second if we were coming that way, but it will be the first, and that's what we got. And that is all we need for this card. Now we're going to fold it, and folding is part of that really fun piece. You're going to see me struggle here, so don't laugh. It's got its pieces, let's call it that way. So I like to fold this one first. Let me move it a little bit further. Maybe that's a little bit better. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to start with this bigger one because it doesn't have any other score lines, so it's easier. And we're going to fold this one mountain. And if you're new to card making, mountain will look like this. So you're folding towards you, right? And valley, which is, we'll do this valley, is when you're folding away from you, okay? These two scores are mountain too. So we have two mountains, okay? Makes sense, right? If you see it this way, it makes sense. There's your mountain. And now we're going to fold valley. These two scores are valley. And so we got one, and I'm just kind of like helping the paper fold a little bit. It takes some time to work with the paper. See that? So don't do that. Let's see. There it is. A little bit better. And these two go mountain too. Okay? So again, mountain, valley, mountain. If you're brand new to card making, and that makes sense, right? If you see it this way, it's mountain, and this would look like a valley. And now we're going to use our awesome bone folder to really help these edges get crispy, and also to help the card figure out what we want to do with the paper, or the paper figure out what we want to do, right? So they are happy that way. And there we go. And now, ta-da, that's our card. Isn't that simple? It takes a little bit of looking into, but it's super simple. Okay, so we started, this is our old olive cardstock, and we are going to be using today a suite that it's called Sweet as a Peach, and it's gorgeous. The paper for this suite is gorgeous. It's on the retiring catalog, on the retiring list as a bundle. I think we're going to carry them over in the new catalog, but not bundled together. And it has the stamps, and it also has dies. And same as always, I always recommend people, if you're using the, I'm sorry about this, it looks like I'm having some issues with the chat. I'm sorry about that. I didn't know. I am not sure what's going on. I'm sorry for that. I will see. Let's see if that helps better. Let me drink some water. Okay. I always recommend you get these magnetic sheets. They are from Amazon. I have a link below if you want to buy it from me or using that link. I get a minimal commission for it, like cents kind of commission, especially because I'm starting, so I don't have a lot of it. But it fits perfectly in the Stampin' Up case, and then you have both the stamps and the dies in the same place. I'm sorry about that. Let me try to see if there's a way to, huh, I am not sure why it's not allowing people to chat, so sorry about that. Okay, so this is what we were going to be using. The paper is no longer available. I looked yesterday and it is not, and it's very sad because I really like this paper. It's super, super happy. So here are the pieces. Remember I told you all these pieces in their dimensions will be on the link below. Okay, so I'm sad that you can't chat. I'm trying to see if I can figure this out, but I can't. And so let me focus here and we'll figure that out another time. Sorry about that, people. So let's see. As you can tell, I have it all in pieces and we're going to start adding. All of these are cut because it would take me forever to cut all these tiny pieces to make this go. If you're using pattern paper, always pay attention to the pattern, right? When you're gluing it, but also when you're cutting it. So you pay attention that, for example, this one is 4 3/4 by 2 and a quarter. And if I cut it this way, then it would just not be in the correct direction. So always pay attention to that. Let me see where my Stampin' Seal Plus is and my silicone craft sheet, which I adore. And we're going to start getting this card together. And I made a mistake, so don't do that, just in case. You want to put the tape into the paper that you're gluing because that's easier, but here we go. Thankfully, I've kind of realized that I was making the mistake right on time. Okay, so this first panel goes in here. This is the bigger panel. And if you download my PDF tutorial, it has also a template to guide you to do this, but do reach out if you feel that you need more assistance with it. I am very happy to help when needed. This piece is in Calypso Coral. So I'm using mainly on cardstock, I'm just using my Mossy Meadow, and then I am using Calypso Coral, okay? Now, let's go with the next. The next panel, and here I have, here's the cardstock, here's the designer series paper. I am using this striped one, and these, just if you're interested, just in case, this is 2/7 by 2 1/8, and we actually have it twice because these two rectangles here, these two panels measure the same. So if you're going to cut it, you need to cut it twice. And this one is just 1/8 smaller, so that makes it 2 3/4 by 2. Okay, and so trying to avoid the mistake I made before, let's go ahead and glue this, and let's see. Let's go. Oh my God, I can't believe it's actually straight. And this one goes here, and we're going to go and glue all these panels all together because the real important piece or part of the card is already done, right? Which is the card itself. And how cute is that? Doesn't that look adorable already? Okay, now here is, and I am so sad that I can't have people logging in and chatting, because part of my conversation was I have the Calypso Coral, but then I have these two, and I was not sure which one I wanted to put in here, just more flowers or the peaches. I'm gonna go with the peaches since I can't hear you or I can't see you. Um, so sorry about that. And I don't know what I'm doing that there. Maria, what are you thinking? Okay, and these again is the same size as this, and everything will be included. It's in the description below, and it's actually also in my website with a PDF tutorial that you can download. Okay, what you guys think? Isn't that cute? Now, because I'm a little bit OCD, I have created panels for these, or I have created paper for these. So this is not necessarily something you need to do, right? I think that it's just me because I'm a little bit OCD on that. And this is another one. I'm not sure if I want this one. I think I want that one. So let's go ahead and put okay, remember what I said? Oh, yes, there it goes. About making it straight. There we go. And we're going to glue this one. I like to use Stampin' Seal Plus because I am a messy crafter, and so glue is not my best friend. If you prefer glue, then that is great. It's just not my, yeah, I am not very good with it. I always create some sort of mess with it. And here's the next one. And I decided, in this case, I decided I wanted it, the stripes horizontal instead of vertical, just to create some difference, right? Okay. We put it in here. Okay. And stay with me, friends, because I do have that. This card is going to look gorgeous at the end. It's just not this. We're going to be creating some interesting basket. That's what I could come up with. I don't have any other like basket stamps or basket dies. But same as I've always said, you are able to really work it through with the stuff you already have. So now these is going to go all the way through, okay? And this is going to mat that one. So let's start by stamping these. So let me bring here real quick all my cuttings. Look at that. Yeah, I worked a little bit ahead of time. So let's start with my basket because I need to know where this basket is going to go. And this is really just a half circle using our layering dies. This is the biggest of the dies. And then I used a hole puncher, you know, for the office, like older ones, and just created two little holes. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see, maybe if you put it here like this, it'll be clearer, right? Because I would like to add some trim to it, some I forget how you call this, but I would like to add these around kind of to create some interest. So this is my basket. So how did I create this? Let's work on this real quick. Again, I cut a half, I cut a hole, obviously, circle, cut it in half, and then what I did, and I just want to show you real quick, I used it's check and dots embossing folder. This one is in the retiring catalog, so don't miss it. It's awesome. And all I did, let me bring my stamp here, a little dauber. Daubers are your best friend, and go around it. And although I'm not going to bring my embossing machine because you know, I just want to show you that even if you press it a little bit, this is just for the example, right? It's not going to look as great as the one, but you will get the impression. And so that's exactly what I did. I put it in here and run it through the embossing machine, and I just got these checkered idea. Kind of gives you the idea of a basket, right? It's not a perfect match, but it works for me. So we are going to put this basket here, and I'm going to get this one in here. I'm not going to glue it just yet because I want to make sure that it's not damaged before I glue it there. So, right? I don't want to risk it. So we're going to have that one. And as you can tell, I have tons and tons of options because my idea is we're going to have some peaches kind of in the basket and some outside the basket and whatnot. But I do want to stamp, and that's the stamping we're going to do. I do want to stamp here. And let me put away my early espresso because I don't want any drama. And we're going to bring our Mossy. And I have, so let me show you here. From these gorgeous set, I have Friend, Let's Celebrate You, and then the Happy Birthday will go inside, okay? And I have them already mounted in our wonderful, you can barely see it, huh? In our wonderful blocks, and I always try them first just because. Let me move all these out of here and just going to put it in there. So it's tiny, tiny little friend. Always clean your stamps. Don't forget, here's the Let's Celebrate You. So go back and try there to see. When you're stamping, you don't need to like go clack, clack and move it, because if you move it, let me show you. If you move it like this, then you'll get inking here. I don't know if you can see it, maybe, sort of. And then that can show up in your stamp, or you'll get, I don't, it's hard to see it, but you'll get it on the sides, and then you'll get in trouble with that. Let me clean my fingers before I get in trouble for being, see, I don't know if you can see that. It's completely off. So I'm just going to clean real quick my stamp so I don't make the mess. All you need is a couple of pats, especially in the smaller ones. I'm going to try it just because I made such a mess before. Okay. And we're going to go for it. There's something off with that L. Let me do this. Let me clean all the way the stamp. We are going to clean it real well, and we are going to go ahead and go for it. Now it seems better. And we're going to go, Let's Celebrate You. And we're calculating it sort of, mostly. It looks almost centered, right? Clean that stamp, and I want to kind of put these friend here. I'm not sure if I want this one or if I want the smaller ones. Or right here. No, that'll be too big. So we'll do that one later. But because I have these beautiful, and you guys know, if you've seen me in the past, you guys know that I absolutely love these flowers. I've used them in, I don't know, so many cards lately. And I'm going to use the Calypso Coral, and I am going to use the Mango Melody. So these are the two colors I'm going to use to color this real quick. And it's not going to be too noticeable, but I'm going to put them in here, okay? And what we're going to get, what we're going to do is we're going to go with our Mango Melody first, and we're going to use our Calypso Coral and go around. We're creating some just some shadowing and some different colors, because really flowers are not all the same color, right? And since we have this possibility, let's go for it. And I think I want them this way. I'm not sure, people. Let's see. Let's do this. Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous when you are able to play with your inks that way and just make it last so much longer because you have so many options with them? Okay, wonderful. So we're going to put these away. Again, we don't want any drama going on for 1 minute. We may use them here a little bit. And so now that we have the stamping there, we can go ahead and glue this or adhere this, which is what I do in my in the panel here. And by the way, you're gonna have so much fun. When I was doing the other cards, because you guys know I like to make other cards with it, I don't know what the dealio is, but I could not put this straight. Okay, this is a miracle. I am not kidding you. Like, it took me a little bit of forever and a day to try to get that organized, in, or not organized, just glued into. Uh-oh, you see, you just have to love the silicone craft sheet. It's so useful. So we're going to put this one here, and let's see, and yes, it's on top of it, and I try to make it so it matches the corners. Okay, and that's what we have. Now let's go back to decorating these, because this looks great as it is, but we're going to put our little basket. And I just got these, actually these, I had this thread, I'm gonna call it thread, I don't know how to call it. I got it from one of the paper pumpkin kits that I mean, just an older one, who knows really. And it's just funny because they, you know, when you are subscribed to paper pumpkin, you are able to increase your you know, just your supplies super quickly. And all I'm doing is grabbing it in the middle there, putting it through. This should not go this way, right? So just like that, locked up in there. But I do want to move that in here so it looks a little bit off, kind of like that. And I'm going to do it again. So we just have like a double knot so it does not move off. Okay. My my skills sometimes are not as good. I've seen some people doing so, you know, I'm doing this. You can laugh again. I'm doing this so I don't have to do an actual bow, because guess what? I realized I don't know how to do a proper bow. And so I'm not going to not show you how bad I am at working at bows. But like that, you have two, you know, two tiny loops in there. It kind of looks like a bowish. It's not the goal for it to look like a bow, but it just kind of sort of look it like it. So that works for me. And we're going to cut this real quick. And then we have a bow-ish. I know, really, I was trying to do a bow the other day and I realized that it's just not my strength. So you have to work with what you got, and if bows are not your strength, then you just go with what you got. And that's it. There you go. Sort of a bow. What you guys think? Isn't it funny when you're in crafting, but sort of it's not working because you're not good at doing certain things? Anyways, so we have that. I am going to glue this with our Stampin' Seal Plus. Yes, I understand. Lots of what? Not using dimensionals, but yeah, I'm not using dimensionals for this one because I will use the dimensionals with my pieces, okay? So I'm gonna put, I think I want to put one here, a couple there. Let me see. Let me bring our dimensionals, my dear friends. And I'm gonna use the big ones. Okay. So this one will have a dimensional, but this one needs to go straight there because otherwise one can't go on top of the other. And of course for that I am using glue, and of course I used a lot of glue because that's what happens. We need to get the actual one like that and one like so. So one's on top of the other. And now we can, because this is not divided, we can actually put some of the other peaches all around here. Okay, so I am going to use glue for some of them and dimensionals for the others. And I don't know why I love to struggle and not bring my take your pick, or better known as my magic wand. because it's so much easier, right, to use than me trying to figure this out somehow. And let's bring a couple more. I am going to use, where's my dimensionals? I'm going to use another one here, up here. And this one will go a little bit higher, maybe. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking? I did cut tons of them. I am not going to lie, I cut tons and tons of them. So I'm just going to put this one all the way down. And then we'll put the dimensional on this one and put it in here. And I am going to use this one with the dimensional that is falling apart, like so, also grabbing this one. So we have this kind of basket with all our peaches, and I think it really looks cute. And I'm gonna put this one here. Okay, so we're gonna have to let that dry on its own slowly. And then I decided that, so this is another piece from the Sweet as a Peach. It's this one, it's just leaves, but if you notice, it has holes in here, and you can put either the flowers or the peaches in there, as you can tell. Like, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to put this branch kind of here. We're going to use more glue to it. So I have to tell you guys, this glue is fairly new. I just opened it and it's just like spitting all this glue all over. And I don't think I need that much glue, but it's definitely gluey. So we're going to put this one here. And so my idea is a little bit higher there. We don't want it to go off on this side, but it can go off on this side. So there we go. And so what we're going to do is grab some of those. Now, tell me that that's not cute when you're able to use your dauber to have different colors within the peach. And I did this one, I think this is the one, maybe. Yeah, this is just Calypso Coral, I think. I just wanted to show you. No, this is the one. Let me see. So this is just Calypso Coral. So this is just one coral, but see how much closer to reality these are? I really, really like it. Okay, so we're going to use these friends. And yes, we're going to pop them up with dimensionals. I know I've said this in other videos, but it's really, really worth it. So now if you see here, it looks like it's even coming from that. The Stampin' Up! Dimensionals are really good quality. They're way thicker, not way thicker maybe, but they're much thicker than our other options out there. Before joining Stampin' Up!, I had used many of the dimensionals I got from Amazon, and there's just no comparison. I'm just going to be honest, and I am not doing this just because I love Stampin' Up!, which I do, but it's a true statement. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this end, and please pray that it's not a lot of glue. Oh, of course there's a lot of glue in there. Okay, there we go. So that is our first part of the card. These I'm going to leave without anything. I had been thinking about including one of these bigger ones here, but I am not sure yet. Or maybe here, I thought about it, but I don't know. So we'll decide that later. Doesn't have to happen right now. Now, let's work on the inside. This is the inside. And so this has a lot of other pieces. Hence, I wrote them and try not to confuse you. And these, again, all these measurements are linked below and are part of my PDF tutorial. So before gluing thing, when you're going to stamp something, don't glue it because you can make a mistake. And you may want to ask me how I find out. Well, the regular way. I made tons of mistakes in the past, and it's just not worth it because it's really annoying when you have almost everything done and you stamp and oops, it doesn't work. Now for this one, I also wanted to create more or less that same thing that we had there. So I was not sure if I wanted it this way because we have tons of them. And then we'll put the happy birthday here. So I think that's what I want to do. And we're going to go ahead with our Calypso Coral and include our happy birthday. And same as I have done in the past, and I have told you guys, it's worth it to check that everything is working perfectly. And we're going to, I hope my big head is not in there. I can see it. Okay. Ha! Straight enough, people. Let's celebrate. Okay, so what I want is I'm going to glue this as it is, even if we may have to cut a little bit some of the leaves later. That's fine. And remember, paper has two sides. So if you make mistakes like I did here, you can use the other side. The only time you cannot do that is when you've used alcohol blenders, because the alcohol blenders do have some more, you can see on the back, really, like it's very noticeable. Okay, so we're gonna get these, and these peaches we are going to glue and not kind of not go ahead with the with the dimensionals. Although I love dimensionals, it's not a good idea in this case. Now again, just don't tell me these are gorgeous here. I absolutely love the fact that you're able to create that. And not that, don't do what I am doing. Maria, pay attention, please, please. That would be cool if I did. So I am still going to glue this or adhere these to the panel, because some of it then we will not have to cut because it'll show in here, right? And let me put the glue away, although we'll be using it in a little bit. We're going to go ahead and use our Stampin' Seal Plus. I swear by it. It's super sticky. It's really worth it. I have a stamping dimensional backing there. And you do you, whatever works best for you is how it should do. How you should try to do it. I have found out that if I try it this way, it's much easier. Same as this, extend your card and glue it there. So I know here I have to cut this one and I have to cut these two up here, right? So let's go ahead and use our snips and we'll go ahead and cut it. And we'll go ahead and cut these two, which is sad. I really like those. I'm not sure what I'm doing. And if you don't know, I'm always terrified of cutting because I am not the best cutter in the world. I can't cut anything straight for the name of the God. I mean, I swear it's just ridiculous. Hence, I love our trimmer because then I don't have to deal with my inability to cut. And we're going to put this one here. And just center it best you can and calculate. I always say these things are made out of love and people will know that it's handmade. It cannot be perfect. So I chose this other design for these. As you can tell, it does not have a pattern direction because the leaves look this way, that way, down to the middle, up. Same as the flowers, you have them looking everywhere. So you don't really need to be very mindful in this case. And we're going to adhere to our Calypso Coral. And now we're going to go in here. And I know I over decorate. I was seeing, oh God, I was seeing some cards and I'm like, oh my God, do I put a lot of stuff in my cards? So it's just how I love them. You can do obviously whatever you want in your own card, and enjoy it. This is about being creative. This is about uh, having fun. To me, I always call it my crafting therapy, and there's a reason for it. So really, do you. That's my thing. And I have this ones, and I did that dauber thing with this one too. And so you have some like ombre situation here, and I'm going to put this one here, okay? And so because this one is a little bigger, we're going to use our Stampin' Seal Plus. Well, put it whatever you want. This is really not calculated. And then we'll put this one. And I think I want to, where's my glue? I am so sad I was not able to chat with you guys. That makes me really annoyed at whatever I did wrong. Which, by the way, I don't know what I did wrong. I'm going to lower this a little bit. So pick up your peach a tiny bit, put these underneath, and then you can have this one up there. Now I am doing it this way so I don't have to cut it. And then you can still put another sentiment or another little thing here if you wanted to. I am going to leave it as is because here between you and me, I have awful handwriting and big handwriting. And so when I am sending messages and cards for my friends, I really need space. So I can start here and finish here. Okay, and these two, like I can leave it like that, right? It looks too sad on its own. So I did cut these bigger ones up here, and we could use this. I think I like those better. And these two here. Yes, I like that better. Okay, so we're going to do that. It's almost like putting a puzzle together, huh? Do I? Yeah, it's too much. It looks too crazy. Just think of that when you're putting your cards together, what works for you better in the sense of what you like, but always remember that, too much pattern and needs a little bit of less pattern for it to work well. Otherwise it'll be too overwhelming when you look at it, right? Now tell me about color coordination. Isn't this just all perfect? The same Calypso Coral, this mixed with the Mango Melody, looks just like this. Look at these peaches as well, kind of just like, these ones have a little bit more Calypso Coral. But isn't this wonderful that you can just trust what they're telling you and go for it, and you don't have to second guess if that color is really what you think it is or if it's really going to work, because when you put it to the light, it's all the same. And it's just beautiful. One of the things, many things I love about Stampin' Up! Is the ability for these color coordination. I cannot tell you how much I love it, because then all matches perfectly on it. So I see I have, of course I cut tons of them, some extra of our pieces. And so I'm going to put one up here. Okay, and then I want to put one. I don't see, you guys, instead of using my magic wand, I guess that's why I didn't make it to Howard's. I'm gonna put a couple up here. This is one of those cards where you can use tons of your scraps if you have like tons of them. Like I think we all end up making a lot of, or end up having tons of scraps. So this is one of them where you'll have scraps that you'll be able to use those scraps. And now finally, because I am not pleased with myself without some bling, I know that's dummish, but I have these, and these are from the, let me show them to you. I don't know why I'm not showing you the beauty of them. Let me show you. These are called Artistry Blooms. They are in our new mini catalog, which will be ending here in June soon. Aren't these gorgeous? Look at these. I think these are just spectacular. And I think I'm gonna go with this ones, although it has some, because they have some pinkish to it, and I love it. And what I wanna do is I'm gonna put, okay, let me grab again, my take your pick. It's called that way for a reason, right? And we'll put it in here in the middle of it. And then we'll take the other one and put it there as well. And I am pretty sure you've heard me and many other people saying work in with, work in three. So I'm going to put one here and we're creating that sense of three. And so we have our card ready. Tell me, and I know you can't tell me in the comments because they're not working. Sorry about that. Or not in the chat, but tell me in the comments if you like it and what do you think about it. Run to Stampin' Up to my online store and get these set because the dies are now on sale. So as a whole, you will get it on sale. It's worth it. Beautiful. These flowers I have used so many times in recent projects just on their own with these leaves because they are so useful. So that will help you like expand your purchase. And it has these tiny flowers. I don't know if you can see well, where you just cut them and you'll have tons of little flowers. Gorgeous. And they do also have leaves and even a little branch. So imagine the possibilities, right? Okay, now let me show you the others I made. Let's put all this aside and pick up a little bit of the mess that I've made in the process. So this is our card. What do you guys think? And this is the inside. Super cute. I really like it. So I've been working with using as much as I can all my paper. And so this is from Eden's Garden. This is the paper from Eden's Garden. It's no longer available, friends. I am so sorry. But the dies and the stamps are, this is the stamp, this is some of the dies. And this is just gold foil. Gorgeous. I absolutely love this paper. It was one of my favorites. And this is the inside. And I am sorry there about the reflection. I'm trying not to put it so it's not too reflective. How about that? Isn't that super cute? I love it. And this one is also a happy birthday one. And I'm actually using the Sweet as a Peach happy birthday. So it's the same. But I have a lot of birthday cards to send. So there's that. And I have decided that at least I'm going to make one Christmas card through the year. I mean, every time I make a card, I'll make a Christmas version. So by Christmas time, I'm not crazy trying to make all these Christmas cards. So I am using Whimsical Trees Suite from last year. Beautiful collection again. It had a lot of oh my god, I forgot how you call this paper, but it's just gorgeous paper. It was in our mini catalog. And so this is the same one and this is the inside. This is paper. I just fussy cut that one. These are colored same as this with stamping blends, and I just think this is such a gorgeous card. So we have three cards, three different occasions. So think of the possibilities of this card. And it's just, I think they look gorgeous because you'll able to put them in a mantle just like that and they will hold themselves. And I know it's hard to see it when you have it standing like this. Okay, well, friends, let me put myself back in there. Hey, I'm back. Thank you so much for those who stick all the way to the end. And I am so sorry about the chat. I'll try to fix that for next Tuesday. We'll have next Tuesday another step card because I would just want to make this kind of a step card series if you want, or workshop. So we'll finish that I have a couple more that I want to share with you, and we'll do that next time. We'll be using probably for that one my new paper. Oh my god, that paper is so beautiful. I think it's the one I showed you last time. It's called Hues of Happiness. That's the suite, and it's glorious. I just love the colors of it. I can't lie to you. Do remember I left my host code there so you could go to my online store and look at the rewards. Tons of rewards, so don't miss them. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you want one, don't hesitate to send me an email to Maria at Maria's